Good morning to all of you. Today we continue with the double dimension arrays, and as I said, we have discussed that in double dimension arrays you need to have another array. It's an array of an array. It's in a tabular format which has a rows and columns. So you need to have a nested loop to be used there. Now we need to go with some further programs. So double dimension array, it's we are not going to be very tough with the programs with the double dimension arrays. It's a small topic. We will be small topic as per the syllabus of class 10th. So we are going to do some programs with for this arrays, double dimension array, some programs with double dimension arrays. Today we are going to discuss write a question to create a matrix. Let it be matrix or M into an array, and we need to find the sum of each row and then sum of each columns. We need to find the sum of each row and the sum of each columns. Is it? So you need to create an array. Suppose we create a 3x3 array. 0th row, first row, second row, 0th column, first column, second column, and only the elements in the first row you have to add it and find its sum there. Then in the second one you have to find the sum and add it out there. Then in the third you have to add the sum and find it out there. Is it? So you have to find the sum of each row, and then column wise, if you come with a column wise, then the column remains constant and the row changes and you have to add it out. Then again in the first column remains constant and the rows changes and you have to add that. So in rows, the rows remain constant and the columns get added up, whereas in columns, when you add the columns there, the column remains constant and the rows get added up. This is what we have to do. This is how it's to be added out. Is it? Now we need to find the elements, some of the elements like this. So let's continue, and we will write a program accordingly. First we will try to understand what I mean with the question, what I expect it, and what has to be done and what logic has to be implemented so that we get a sum of a row and the sum of the columns. Is it? So here we move on with the program. So here we go with it. We have to construct a two-dimensional array of size m into n, two-dimensional array of size m into n, to calculate the sum of each row and sum of each column. This is the question. We have to do this, sum of each row and sum of each column. What I mean here, suppose we construct 3 into 3. That means 3 rows and 3 columns. It is m into n. You can write anything. So let's have an array. Suppose this is my array, and so here 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. These are called as the rows. Left to right are row and top to bottom are columns. Is it? So let's consider this as a I equals to 0, I equals to 1, I2, J0, J1 and J2. Suppose we have an element 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 4, 9. So you got here 9. 5 plus 6, 11, 11 plus 7, 18. 10, 9, 19, 19, 8, 27. This is the sum of rows. So you have to, how the answer should be. The sum of first row equals to 9. Sum of second row 18. Likewise you have to print it out. Now moving on with the columns. 2, 5, 7, 7 plus 8, 15. You got here 15. 3 plus 6, 9, 9 plus 9, 18. Another row. 7 plus 4, 11, 11 plus 10, 21. So you have to print the answer like this. Sum of first column equals to 15. Sum of second column equals to 18. Likewise you have to print it out. Is it? So this is what a sum of columns. So this is what the question is. So how we have to do it? Now we have a nested loops working here, but the row, okay, what will be the index value of this row? Now let's go with the mapping of it. How can I find the sum of first row? This is row 0, this is column 0, column 1 and column 2. So which indexes to be added up? Now this one 0, 0 index has to be added up, then 0, 1 index has to be added up, then 0, 2 index has to be added up. Now in this, what you can mark it out, in this we mark it out that the first index, that is I, remains constant. Is it? Likewise, check it out. When I is 2, when you are 1, when you are going to add for the second row, then it is 1, 0, then it is 1, 1, then it is 1, 2. Now column is changing, row is still remaining the same. This is 1 is row, 0 is column, 1 is row, 1 is column, 1 is row, 2 is column. So here the column is changing, it is varying, but the row is not varying at all. Is it? Now then I value changes to 2. Same case you are going with it. 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2. This is the index values. These are the indexes. This is how it's been working. Is it? Now when you add up with the row, look here, 0, 0, 0. The column is constant, but whereas the index value 0, 1, 2, it is changing. Look at here now. It is a clear view, you can get it. The first row, first column, sorry. The first column, here the column is 1, here the column is 1, here the column is 1. It is constant now. And who is changing here? The rows are changing. Is it or not? It is in the first row, it is in the second row, then it is in the third row. The row is varying here when you add with the column. Now another thing, when we are using a row and column I and j, we are using a nested loops. Is it? Now when you write I is the outer loop and j is the inner loop. That means I contains one value and j continues to execute unless and until j becomes false, because by the law inner loop ends first, is it? So here I becomes constant and j changes. So finding of the sum of rows becomes easy for us. Now when we need to find the sum of column, what we need to do? Reverse it. We need to keep the j constant and I to be continuously changed, is it? So there can be many techniques, many techniques there, but we need to stick to the basic what being taught to you. I am not going to go with the tricks here. My motive is to just simply make you learn. Exploring with the program is yours duty. You can have. I am not making it mandatory or sticking to that particular logic. No, this is one confined logic and you have to work, and otherwise no other logic. No. The aim of mine is to make you understand about the indexes, to recollect the memories of the nested loops, how it works. This is that's all, nothing else. So let's proceed with the program, and if you want to implement different logic, yes, you are welcome. You can make it, you can make the changes now. But first master the basic needs, stick to the basic, master it out and then move on. Alright, so let's move here. Import java.util.asterisk class abc void main scanner sc equals to new scanner system dot in. You need int I, j and m and sum of rows and sum of columns. So sum of rows equals to 0, sum of columns equals to 0. Alright, so then enter the row size. M equals to sc dot next int method and then enter the column size. N equals to sc dot next int method, then create an array. Int array equals to new int m, get the element entry. For I equals to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. For j equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus. So plan enter the elements. A of I j equals to sc dot next int method. Now here comes the logic. We need to implement the logic. So we are going to find the sum of rows. So for I equals to 0, I less than m, I plus plus. हर रो के लिए कहाँ से वैल्यू शुरू होनी चाहिए? 0 से, तभी तो ऐड अप होगा. नहीं तो ऑलरेडी वॉट एवर दे इट विल ऐड. इफ यू डोंट पुट इट हियर, तब क्या होगा? जो पहले से ऐड किया वो वैल्यू होगा रो का, वो दूसरे में भी ऐड करना चालू कर जाएगा. तो यहाँ पे सम ऑफ रो को मैंने क्या कर दिया? 0 कर दिया. हर रो में जैसे आई चेंज होगा, आई 0 है तो 0 तो रो चल रहा, फिर आई 1 होगा तो फर्स्ट रो में आएगा, तो उसके लिए फिर 0 से सम शुरू. फॉर j equals to 0, j less than n, and then j plus plus. Now you need to find the sum. So SR equals to SR plus A of I j. Close it and now print sum of, now I plus 1, row is plus SR. Is it? And then close it. So you got the sum of row, no, column. Here I is constant and j is moving, so you got the row. Now just what we will do, we will place the j here and I bottom, and we will be running it. So for j equals to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, sum of column equals to 0 for, I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. The sum of column equals to sum of column plus A of j I. ठीक है, close. So plan sum of plus j plus 1 plus column is plus sc. ठीक है, close the outer for, close the main, close the class. Any problem? Question can be, क्यों नहीं आई को ऊपर लिखा, क्यों जे को नहीं लिखा? क्योंकि जे कांस्टेंट करना था, इसलिए ऊपर कर दिया. कोई परेशानी नहीं है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. मान लो परेशानी तुमको लग रही है हैबिट के कारण, एवरीवन हैज़ एन हैबिट ऑफ इट. सो आई को ऊपर ले लिया, जे को नीचे, तो यहाँ चेंज करते हैं, यहाँ पे आई जे कर दो. ठीक ना? तब यहाँ पे ऐसे लिखना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे आई को ऊपर ले लो, जे को इधर रख लो, लेकिन लिखो ऐसे ही. इसको ऊपर कर दो, जे को नीचे ले लो, लेकिन लिखो ऐसे, तब भी हो जाएगा. बात समझ में आ रही है? So it does work like this, but better it's you go with this, and then we will be having the other types of. So this is all about today. Tomorrow we will be coming with another video. Now the videos will be placed according to your timetable given to your by in your group. The timetables has been provided, and according to that the videos will be provided to you. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday you will have the videos. All right, and you can with the internal message system you can have, if you are having any doubt, you can call up to me. I will be replying you with that message system. Or those who have subscribed, I think so many of you have subscribed the channels and watching it, I don't know, with the different names they are asking. So I try to reply them with a video. In class 9th and 8th the people have subscribed and they are asking it, so I am replying it likewise. In the next video I try to clear their doubts, whatever the doubts they have, and make a fair copy. Keep on writing all the programs what has been given to you, because you have to make lab manuals, and the lab manuals will, all the questions will be from here. Then you have to prepare the projects also. This is all about it. Thank you.